Welcome to the first chapter. Today we'll be exploring a crucial topic: how to understand gender identity and sexual orientation. These aspects of who we are deeply rooted in human rights, personal identity, and individuality. So let's take a look at the terms, the history, and how we can foster a more inclusive environment for everyone. But first, let me introduce you to our colorful mascot, Ali, a bag full of tools to assist you, me, and my colleagues along this learning path. Most people today are familiar with the acronym LGBTQIA+, which stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, and asexual. This represents a diverse group of identities that deserve respect and human rights. Since the Stonewall Movement of 1969, this identity-based perspective has been crucial in building confidence among activists. When we talk about identity, we suggest approaching it from a human rights perspective, using the term SOGIESC, which stands for sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, and sexual characteristics. Every person, regardless of who they are, has a unique gender identity, sexual orientation, and a way of expressing themselves. It's this diversity that makes us human, and we all have the right to live our identities free from judgment. To understand this better, let's look at how views on homosexuality and gender incongruence have evolved. In 1973, the American Psychiatric Association removed homosexuality from its list of mental disorders. By 1990, the World Health Organization followed suit, acknowledging that sexual orientation is a natural part of human diversity. In 2019, the World Health Organization also reclassified gender dysphoria as gender incongruence, moving it away from mental health disorders and into the realm of sexual health, and setting a milestone in tackling the stigmatization of transgender people. In 2021, even the International Olympic Committee eliminated mandatory hormone testing for transgender athletes, emphasizing the principle of body integrity. It's also important to note the difference between sexual orientation and sexual behavior. Sexual orientation is a part of our personal identity and isn't a choice. It's influenced by biological and psychological factors. Studies like the Kinsey report show that a significant portion of people, about 37%, have had at least one homosexual experience in their lives. However, sexual orientation isn't always transparent because many people don't feel safe to share this aspect of themselves. Every person has a gender identity and a sexual orientation, and this varies across the population. Gender identity is about who we are, and sexual orientation is about who we are attracted to. According to Ipsos Pride 2023, around 9% of the population identifies as LGBTQIA+, and 36% of people, especially in younger generations, identify as transgender or non-binary. This shows just how diverse humanity is in terms of identity and orientation. As a facilitator, coach, or educator, you don't have to be an expert in gender identity and sexual orientation. But you do have the responsibility to create safer and more inclusive spaces where everyone can express themselves without fear of discrimination. In this chapter, you'll find a toolbox from Ali to recap the basic terms and a self-assessment tool for personal reflection regarding SOGIESC issues. See you in the next chapter.